Hello everyone and welcome to this video where we are taking a look at the LATINVFR A330NEO. Stay tuned. Well, hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're keeping well. Captain Kestrel here, and we are going to be doing something a little bit different today. Today we are going to take a look at the LATINVFR A330NEO 900. We are currently sat at the Airbus delivery centre in Toulouse. So what we're going to do is we are going to have a look around this aircraft. I'll have a quick look around the exterior, quick go through the cabin, and then we will jump in the flight deck and take it off for a flight to Heathrow. So in a sense we're doing a delivery flight for Virgin Atlantic today. Before we go any further, if you haven't done so already, please do consider liking and subscribing to the channel. If you like more flight sim content, it only takes a moment of your time. It is completely free and it means so much to me, and I'd like to thank those people who have already subscribed. Thank you for your support. Right, with that being said then, let's get underway. Well, we'll have a look around the exterior and we will see what we have got. Okay, so first impressions of this aircraft's exterior are, well, really good, to be honest. I'm actually quite impressed with how well they actually modelled this aircraft. On the exterior at least anyway. You got the nice PBR texture in, the colours look amazing, the reflection surfaces look great. So yeah, there is one major thing I have not major, but a noticeable issue with this aircraft, and especially with the nose wheel. If you get up close to it, you can see, or even from a distance, you can see here that the nose wheel and main gear does sink into the scenery a little bit. Now, whether that is just an issue with this particular scenery itself, I don't know. Like I say, I've not flown this aircraft yet. I've only took it out on a taxi run around Heathrow. I didn't really notice it until I just started this video, just to make sure everything was calibrated. In terms of the modelling of the landing gear, again, it's not too bad. It looks pretty good. Engine modelling, again, very good as well. I like how they've got the engines windmilling, and you can see, if you look closely, you can actually see right through the engine like you would on a normal bypass engine. Right, I don't think there's many more issues really with the exterior. Like I say, this particular livery is one you get with the LATINVFR package for the 330, but I have seen issues with some others, such as I think it's the Scandinavian one, where it's quite pixelated. I'm not just sure if that was just a one-off. I've not looked at that one yet, but we'll take a look at it at a later date. Right, so now let's go through the cabin. Whoop. Let's get to the right level. Just adjust my there we go, just my camera settings. Okay, so we are now in the cabin, and one thing that just stood out for me straight away is, if you follow my channel before, you know I've worked in the aviation industry for quite a while. I've flown for numerous airlines as cabin crew. I've flown on numerous aircraft, and one of the big things that stuck out for me straight away was, this is quite clearly the cabin from a 777, which is a bit of a shame really, because the it's quite a big noticeable issue, I think, to be honest, because if you look closely up here as well, I mean, maybe I'm just being a bit over the top now. What is going on? I'm going, sorry, there we go. Sorry, I just want to try and get that sorted out, because if you look up here, look at the seatbelt and no smoking signs. So you might not be able to see. There we go, that's better. If you look at these no smoking and seatbelt signs, these are quite clearly from an Airbus. I recognise those from when I was on the 321. So they clearly do have access to Airbus material for the cabin, which is a bit of a shame really there. Okay, so we'll carry on forward now. And also one thing I just noticed as well here as we're going through here is these lights in the what we call the PSUs, or passenger service units, for those who aren't familiar with that. They're sinking into the cabin wall, which is a bit of another shame there, to be honest. And here's another thing as well, I'll just pop out. They've modelled what we call the attendant panels here, and this is quite clearly a page from what it looks like a 330. So again, they've had access to that material, which is quite clearly proven here, because I can say that is the correct what we call the FAT page for cabin lighting. Whether that's the same for the 330, but like I say, we had this on the 321, and that is how it appears. So we'll proceed on through the cabin. Whoop. And that's another little thing I noticed as well. When you hit certain points in the cabin, it does glitch out. I don't know why it does that, but say when you look at something a certain way. Right, now, also, the doors. On the whole, these doors look like pretty good aircraft representation of an Airbus door, but again, it's just the fine detail. As you can see here in the door operating mechanism, you can see straight through that. Now, you shouldn't be able to see straight through that because that's not a window. The only window you've got is this one here. And it's a real shame because they've even gone to some fine details here, like putting on these decals, which is a shame, and even modelling the cabin pressure warning lights and the slide arming light. So that is a really bit of a shame, really, to be honest, to say that they've not corrected that little flaw there. Whether they will in time, hopefully they will. You just don't know. Right, so that's the cabin. Again, it's not as good as the exterior, I think. It does have its issues. But, again, as we say, on the whole, we're not really in for the cabin, are we? We're here for the flight itself in the pilot. So we'll go jump in the flight deck, which this I do like. You can go into the flight deck itself. Okay, so here we are in the flight deck itself. Texturing wise, it's okay. It's by far not the worst aircraft I've ever had in the simulator, but then again, like I say, it's not the best. One thing I do like about this one is that it is quite clearly a 330 flight deck. For those of you who have flown the Headwind A330 will know that the overhead panel is that of a 320. So it's nice to see that. Right. But in terms of, like, say, of what you can do, I don't think there's much. Can we open the DV window? I don't think you can. No, you can't open the window. Anything here might be worth doing? Let's have a look around here. No, there's not really much anything else you can do, really, is there? Yeah, you can close the door from in here, which is always a good thing. Yep, no, that looks like about it. Right, okay, so let's get this flight underway, shall we? We'll power up the aircraft. What I'll do is I'll go through my flow like I would in the Phoenix, because that's what I know. And we'll see what systems are modelled, what isn't modelled, and we'll take it from there. Right. Sorry about that cut there, everyone. Just still suffering from a bit of a cough, and still can't seem to shake it. So, don't want you to hear me that barking on down there. Right, okay, so let's turn our attention now to the overhead. So, we'll put the batteries on, as always. You just wait for the voltage to stabilise, but that's okay. Everything's booted up. Right, okay, so we'll put on the external power. So, see if can we turn the brightness up on these? Yeah, we can. Good. Turn the brightness up on these. We can see what they're doing. And before we go any further, like I said, I am aware that this is not a high fidelity aircraft. This is an entry level aircraft. So, it's aimed purely at newcomers and beginners to flight simulator. So I'm not expecting it to be on par with like the Phoenix or the PMDG range. But like I say, we'll see if it's what the experience is like of flying this aircraft today. Okay, right. So we'll align the IRSs. Doesn't look like the lights work around the ADIRs. No. So the lights don't work there. You get the flashing lights there, don't you? Can you do a APU fire test? No, you can't test the fire. Alright, then usually I would come down here. Ground control. No, that's not there. And crew. No, that's not on there as well. Right, so we'll come to the centre bit now. Hey? Why is that? Why has that got a click spot all the way over there? Is that... Okay, right, so that's got a bit of a weird click spot there, that has. Right, so it works there. Yeah, that works. Right, okay. So that's the nav lights on. We don't need any of those on. Pop the... does that only go to on and... Oh, that looks like it doesn't go to auto, that only goes to on. Emergency lights, they're not modelled. Right, so... And we'll leave the fuel pumps off for now. Are the packs modelled? No, packs are off. Okay. Right, so that's that all done. So let's turn our attention now to today's flight. I'll just pull up the flight plan. Right, so as we go, here we are. We are taking Virgin 839 Papa, which I think was the last one to be delivered. I think that was the real world call sign. Expected flight time, hour and 27 minutes. Should have adjusted the amount of passengers on board really, because you won't have a zero fuel weight that high. On delivery flight, just only have 2 pilots, so that'll probably be it. Block fuel, 16.5 tons more or less. And we'll add that in. Okay, right, so I think you have to do all that through the through this. Right, so let's have a look at the electronic flight bag firstly. So we've got the aircraft status. Load flight date. What's that? Load flight date. I don't know what that does, but that doesn't seem to do much there. System settings. Oh, this is like your panel state. But we'll stay where we are. Route manager. Oh, this is like yeah, like a built-in mini GSX. So let's put some stairs on the forward door, and we'll open the forward door as well. We'll have a look at that in a moment on the outside. Manager, weather reports. Right. Oh, okay. So we can request the METAR. Let's. Right, so let's request where we are. So let's say we're in Toulouse. Request METAR. All right. Okay. There's that. Aircraft checklist. Okay. Not very readable, that's not, is it? The resolution, that's not very good. Ah, here we go. This is where we input our fuel and weight figures. So let's have a look, shall we? Right, so fuel today, 16.5. Might put a little bit extra on. Right, so where are we looking? Ah. Right, there we go. Is it not? Oh no, you can't do it with the mouse wheel, so you have to do it like this. Jumps from 15 to 17, maybe 18 tons. We'll take that anyway, so it's always best to have a bit more fuel than you actually need. Right, payload. Where's the zero fuel weight? Oh, I hasn't got one. So, how do you put your weight in? US. No, no, that, I'm thinking, is that it there, gross weight? If anyone knows, it must be that gross weight there. If anyone knows, can you tell us, put a comment below if that's the actual right thing to put in the gross weight. I'm guessing that's the only one I can see. But that only puts me at 43%. Anyway, we'll go with that anyway. We will go with that because that's close. So we'll go with that. Right. So is that set the? Do I need to press the button or anything? No, that's set right. That's set automatically. Right. So V speeds. We'll come back to that in a moment. I've logged into that already. Charts. Have a look at this. LFBO. Search. Oh, there we go. So like I say, it's got Navigraph integration, so that's a positive. Does it give you your aircraft position? No. No, that's. Oh, yeah, you can zoom in. But I don't think it gives you the aircraft position. Okay. Is there no way you can pin it as well? No, it doesn't like you can pin it either. So I don't know why I keep pressing that. I don't get why they've modelled that. It's clearly got a click point where you put the home button up there. That's a bit irritating. Oh, it ends. What's this? I don't know what that is. Right, sim brief plan. Let's it's a sim brief plan. Well, that's not today's flight, so I don't know where that's come from. No, I won't be using that. Right, okay, so the EFB, again, basic, but looks like we'll be programming it manually today. Right, so let's jump down to the MCU, see what we get here. Now, are these independent, or are they... No, they're not. They're both joined, they're not independent. Right, so we are here at Toulouse, Lima Foxtrot Bravo Oscar, going to Heathrow, Echo Golf Lima Lima. I mean, not in database. That's the right. Oh, well, that's weird. Why did it say not in database? Then also it's put it in. I don't know. Our alternate today is Manchester, so we'll put Manchester in there. And we are Virgin 839 Papa. Cost index is 49. And the cruise altitude is 340. Okay, right, so let's see, can we get a wind request in? Nope, can't no wind, it doesn't look like. Oh, and it's already filled that bit out for us automatically, it looks like. So is that, yeah, that's been filled out automatically for us. Right, departure today, we are going off runway 33.2 left, so let's have a look, see. 32 left, and it's the Lacu 6 Bravo, if I'm pronouncing that right. So we'll insert that. Right, now let's see how this works now. Right, so from Lacu we go direct to Charlie Hotel Alpha Lima Alpha. Insert that. Hang on, what's gone off here? Why has it put that there? That's not right. No, it shouldn't do that. Let's clear out that. Right, that's right. Yes, we go for Laku. Destination's Heathrow Airport. So, hang on. What's it doing? Let's put Heathrow back there. Oh, I wonder if I have to pull it in there. Right, so Charlie, let's try that. Charlie November Alpha. It's a VOR, so it's not. So from Laku. Yeah. Mike. Alpha November Alpha Kilo. No, it's done that now. What's it? I don't. What's it done there? It's put that in the wrong place. So, no, now it's done it again. We can restart, start again. I don't get what it's doing. Let's put it back now. Right, I'm just going to pause the video here a moment, guys, because I don't want you all to get bored of sitting there watching me try to figure this out. I'll come back to you when I've figured it out. I'll see you in a moment. Hello everyone, welcome back. Sorry about that, I think I figured it out. Bit of a weird way to input a flight plan, really, not like you standard Airbuses. I mean, usually if, let's say if we had any sort of ACARs or ACAS or anything, we could just import it straight over, especially on a long haul flight. But this one, I tried to import put the airway in, it wouldn't recognise it. But then all of a sudden, when you put the waypoint in itself, it matches an airway up. So that's a bit confusing to an experienced sim, but I suppose for a beginner, it might help them out. But anyway, the flight plan's in now. That took a bit of a while to figure out, to be honest. It seemed a bit more complicated. It seemed to complicate a bit more than it needed to be. Right, so let's we'll turn on the constraints. They modelled? Yes, they are. Lovely, that's that. We'll switch over to Pascal today linked. They are. Right, so let's have a quick look at the departure today. Right, nothing really too much to worry about. Straightforward and straight to Laku. And there you have it. Couldn't be more simpler. Initial flight is flight level 070 and transition is 5,000 out of here. So we'll pop in the initial altitude here of 7,000. Lovely. We'll pop on the flight directors. Are they both linked? Yeah, that looks like it's on. Lovely. So we'll pop on the APU. Get that booted up. And let's look at some performance. Which one was it? V-speed, there we go. Right, so our takeoff weight today is expected to be 1.8. Saying 1.8. 3. I allowed you to put 3 numbers in. Okay, well that's what it is anyway, practically. Flap setting, we'll go flat 1. Oh, excuse me, everyone. Temperature. I think it said it was 14 degrees. Runway length in feet. I'll get the chart up for that. It is 9.925. And pressure is 1013. We're not using wheel run weather today because it's more about the aircraft itself than the actual flight, so I want to make sure you can see it. Invalid weight must either enter random to 2 digits. What? Invalid weight must be either in tons or rounded up to 2 digits. Look, that's... Oh, it's because it's in... I'm in kilograms and this is wants it in... Oh. So what? That'll be 100 and... But that's what it is. It's 183 tons. That'll be actually what it is. I'll tell you what, we'll just go with these 3 speeds for now because it's given us something, so we'll just go with that. 139, 139, 152. So performance, pop that in here. 152. Lovely. Transition level is 5,000. Flaps 1. Oh, it automatically calculates our flex speed, flex temp for us. But what about a trim setting? Is it? No. We'll probably just have to trim it manually. Right, okay. So that's that. That looks like everything else done. Let's disconnect the exterior power. We'll go back outside and have a look. So how do you... That must be on the ground service page, so we'll trim that, take that off. Oh, it even models it as branded, own branded gate ground service after it's own branded as part of the aircraft. Interesting. Right, so let's take off the yeah, there's the ground power. We'll disconnect that, close the door, get rid of that. Right, so let's see if GSX wants to play with this aircraft, shall we? Well, so far it seems to don't mind it. Right, let's get the AC. Oh, it's doing that thing again. That's going to irritate me. Get the beacon light on. Got no GSX sound today. Shame. Oh, I hope it's not going to do that thing again when it freezes out. Yep, it's done that thing again. I wish GSX would hurry up and sort of fix out for this. I've told them about it, but as usual, FS being they don't seem bothered once they've got your money. Never I've had some sort of issue with things like this. They always say, oh, it's your system, it's your system. Right. Okay, let's try it again. Oh. See what I mean? I'm not even... Oh, this is irritating as though this is. Right. Right, well, while we're just waiting for GSX to move its backside, we'll have a quick look another round again. One thing also I have noticed as well is that you cannot put it into, like say, a default page when you don't want to select anything on the eCam. So let's say now, until we change our actions again, if we want to say do a flight control check or something, it might change it to the flight control page, but you can't put it back to default. So it's like say now, once the APU has booted up, it would go normally back to the door page. But as you see now, you have to select one. So that's another thing as well. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just expecting too much of this aircraft. Like I say, it is a basic level aircraft, but I think at the moment it's maybe a bit too basic. But we'll see how it is in flight, see how it gets on. If we ever do get underway, GSX will ever let us go. No, it's done it again. Look, it's frozen again. I do not understand why it's doing this. Honestly, GSX, I can see why people do get frustrated with it. Even after running updates and uninstalling it, reinstalling it, it's still got this fault with the pushback.
Hello, Captain. We are ready for pushback.
Finally. So while that's looking, let's have a look at the light, the model of the lights, shall we? Whoop, this one's too far. No, it's there, like you say, but it might be because it's a bit bright during the day. You might not see it properly, but yeah, it's there. And where's he going? Dude, the nose wheel's there. Where are you going? Yeah, you don't push from the nose, from the main gear. You push from the nose.
Departure check completed. Bypass pin inserted.
What? I hope it's not going to bug out and try and push you back from the centre of the aircraft. See where the tub's going to go. I never understand that either. Okay, well he stopped at the forward gear. Don't know why he went to underneath the fuselage. Interesting. Okay, right. Is that clock always? Is that clock run or? Yeah, that's modelled, so we'll use the clock. So I think we want to face south. So we'll face south.
Release parking brakes.
And parking brakes are released.
Push. All engines clear. Start at will.
Sorry everyone, just forgot to quickly do something. Won't be one moment and we'll get the engine started. Well, you have to do this one. Okay. Right, well that's loading in then. Let's start these engines up, shall we? Right, so we'll go to ignition start. So switched it over. Leads on, isn't it? Oh no, leads not on. Now it is. And we will set engine 2. Let's see how these engines sound, shall we? What is wrong with my controls today? That engine booted up pretty fast, really, to be honest. Are these actually the, these just some default engine sounds? Can't tell. It looks a bit stuttery on that engine starter, as the fan blades do. Oh, there we go, there's some different sounds. Very normal, this thing. Come on. Why are my controls being so uncooperative today? Well, the engine sounds pretty nice, to be honest. They don't sound too bad. Okay, so we'll set the parking brake.
Waiting your confirmation for a good engine start.
Okay. We will eventually confirm that good engine start now.
Cockpit to ground. We have a good engine start. You can disconnect.
Thank you. Right, and we'll start number 1. So far it's working okay with the TCA Airbus quadrant, so it's not too bad. We're starting, it is. So we're going to have another, let's watch the inside and have a look at, listen to number 1 start.
Unlocking gear.
They seem to start really quick, those engines. They seem to start spinning really, really fast. I don't know if that's how they normally start, but if we have anyone who's more affiliated with the A330 than I am, so yeah, please let me know if this is how the aircraft does respond.
Track disconnected. Bypass spin removed.
Thank you.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Yeah, they seem to start pretty quick, those engines did. Right, so ignition off. Bleed can go off. APU master can go off. We'll set the auto brake to max. Spoilers are armed. Flight control check. It should go to the flight control page there. Oh, there it is, model. Let's try again. Full left. It's working. Right. Up. Down. Neutral. Rudders. Left. Right. Neutral. Is there pitch trim? Can't really read that. God, that's really hard to read, that is. I have to say as well, I think the font on the displays is very, very hard to read. I mean, the whole point of these, with Take Flaps 1, is so obviously a pilot's got information quick to hand, and that's a bit not very clear, to be honest. Okay, so flaps are set. Let's get going. So we taxi down, pretty much down towards the end of the runway, and we have to cross 32 left to get to 32 right. Let's have a quick look at this. We'll get this out and have a look at it. So I like this feature as well. It's good that they've modelled this as well. Oh, excuse me, everyone. Oh, I hate this time of year. Let's see if we can tilt the brightness as well. Oh yeah, we'll increase the brightness on this. That's better. I can see a bit better now on these screens. There we are. Right. So let's see how she taxis. That sun visor, that is so that's going to bug. I have to reposition my camera. This up again. There we go. Right. Let's see how this goes. Well, hello everyone, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed those views of the aircraft. So, I think I told you a bit wrong information. We're not going off 3-2, right? We're going off 3-2 left. So we'll just taxi to the end of this point here, and we'll be going straight away. Right, so move over here because it doesn't like the my camera angle where I am with the click spots. Strobes on. Right, so that looks like it's already in the right place, so we'll... Oh. TCAS not modelled, is it? Got your squawk code in, but it looks like TCAS isn't modelled. Okay, so that's something else then. It's a bit of a thing as well. Also, I've noticed as well, it doesn't take corners very well. It's a bit slow to respond to corners. I mean, I'm having to put thrust in and use differential braking to get around turns. Now, whether that again is just because it's the longer, bigger aircraft, I don't know. But as you can see now, I'm practically turning on the spot now, just to get around this corner. But yeah, hopefully these are issues that might be resolved in updates. You never know. Right, okay, 3-2 left verified. And again, I'm having to use differential braking here and turn it. I mean, what power am I using? I mean, I'm at 52% N1, and it's still very slow to turn. Right, but anyway, we're lined up now. Right, does the chrono work? Nope, the chrono don't work. Right, okay, so here we are. First flight in the Neo. Let's see how she goes. Why isn't the flight director lined up? Just to make sure I've put in the right departure. 3-2 left. Yeah, and that's what we're on. Right, okay, so we'll go with that. Let's get going. Oh, hang on. That turned itself off as well. Must have to do that at the runway. Right, okay, let's go to Heathrow. 50% stable and takeoff. Man, flex 50, no SRS, runway, auto thrust is blue. $80 knots already. Looks like it wants to climb already. V1, rotate. Positive climb, gear up.
V1.
go. Well, it's already through that speed already. Shouldn't it be maintaining V2? Climb thrust. Turn. Try and line up with the flight director. There we go. It's not very... I'll get the flaps off before we overspeed. We'll pop in the autopilot now. See what happens. So we're going to put us back on track. There we are. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, I always thought that an aircraft should maintain V2 until you reach a certain altitude, but whether that's me, I don't know. Anyway, let's get in the altitude, 34,000 straight in. We'll select open climb. No, it's climb. Select open climb. Let's do in. Put it into climb power, answer, yeah. So why is it accelerating? It shouldn't be accelerating yet. I don't know, it's decelerating. That's rocketing up though, isn't it? It's really rocketing. Right, we'll disarm the spoilers. Right. Well, so far we're on our way. I'll leave you guys with some nice exterior views of the aircraft. Let me know what you think in the comments, what you think of this aircraft so far, and I will come back to you when we are established in descent for Heathrow. Thanks a lot, and I'll speak to you soon. Hello everyone, welcome back. Hope you're enjoying the video so far. Right, so where are we at? We have got roughly, let's have a quick look, shall we? We've got 200 miles to run before we hit Heathrow. So let's, I put in the approach already because I didn't know if it was going to be a bit of a mess. So on the whole, it was easy to put in that approach. It was responding pretty much as you would expect it from a high fidelity aircraft, so there's no real issue there. We are going to take the Roxanne Roxgong 1 hotel arrival into Heathrow. We're going on 09 left today, so it's pretty much straight in, transition at Ockham and then come back round and line up and go 09 left. Right, so let's see how the performance page does work. Right, so transition's plugged in. Current QNH at Heathrow is 90901 hectopascals. Why is it like that? Oh no, it's not. Sorry, we're not on that. We're because we're not. We're not doing real world weather today, are we? So it's just that. So we'll just have to see what it says. Yeah, standard pretty much everywhere at 15 degrees. There we are. There's no wind, so yeah. We'll take 145, give it a bit more power, just so we land, so we know we've got some control. Okay. Now, in terms of the flying so far, it's okay. It's, I say, it's as you've probably seen, it's not like you say the most complex aircraft. Well, if anything, it's not complex at all. This one works as well. This MCU works as well. It's just the same as the one down the bottom there. But mind you, this one does look to be independent. Yeah. For some reason, this one here is independent of the other two, which I don't know why that is. That makes no sense whatsoever. You would have thought you'd have these two independent and this one linked to one of these two, if that was going to be how it worked. And also as well, I've noticed that this keeps coming up as well. I know this is saying it because something's out of sync, but to me, let me get the camera in the right place. It's not, I can't seem to sync it into power. They don't seem to want to stay in flying power. And to me, now they're out of sync now. So that's another bug, but it's still flying. It's maintaining the speed, so that's something else. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it's not so bad so far, but I'll give you a full review of it when we're on the ground and give you my final thoughts on it. Right, okay, I will speak to you when we're about established on 09 left at Heathrow. Just descended through, well, passing through flight level 070. We'll set the standard now, even though it's saying QNH. So we are just approaching the final turn for runway 09 left at Heathrow. So let's see how this thing lands, shall we? We're going to get set up for a flat one landing, and for some reason we are above where we should be, so I'm going to put it into managed speed now. And we'll set 210. Actually, we'll set 220. Take some spoilers. Yeah, that's decreasing the speed nicely. Pop them back in now, and we'll take flaps 1. Oh no, what's happened to Heathrow? Oh, I'm not having a good day today. For some reason Heathrow's gone a bit all mushed up. We'll see what happens if we get closer. Hopefully it might clear up. Why are we overspeeding? What's the... It says there 240 knots, but we're doing 220. So how are we overspeeding? How are we overspeeding? When we... No, I'll have to point out to 220 then. That placard there says you can extend flaps at 240 knots. That's the limit. So why is it saying 220? Might as well take it to 180 now. That's what my final approach. So you what the final approach speed is. And there we go. Is that what it says about flap 2? It says 196 knots there. So
2,500.
the localizer is established. Pop it into approach mode. Oh God, sorry, look at Heathrow. I'm hoping that's going to clear up as we get closer. don't know why it's done that. No, possibly see how I can run out of VAS on a short flight like this. Anyway, we'll see what happens. Right, so we're at 180, so we'll take flaps 2. There we go, that's fine now. Get a bit closer in. Right, take gear down. Final approach speed I put is 145. We'll put that in. Oh, there we go, it's sorting itself out now. Flap 3. It's caught the glide. It's fine. And we'll take flaps full. Right, let's see how it lands, shall we? I've found a couple of issues with the aircraft, which I will explain when we get on stand. But so far, it's been, like I say, it's what I kind of expected, really. Oh, why not put... Oh, I forgot to put the seatbelt signs on. Naughty, naughty. Spoilers. Oh, need to rearm those. That's fine. Lovely. Yeah, so it's good it's got that built-in checklist there. So that is one good feature, really, about it. But on the whole, so far, it is kind of what I expected. But there are a couple of things, but I'd say when we get on stand, I'll give you my full and full opinion, an honest opinion of this aircraft. Okay. 50. Oh, there we go. That white box is cleared now. I don't know what happened there with that scenery there. As I said in my last video, I think I'm getting close to I need to do a complete wipe and reinstall of it. Okay. Here we go. Bit below where we should be. I think, is it pulling it back? As usual, we'll take control at 500 feet. Looks like we've got 2 white, 2 red so far, so we're not too bad. Getting a bit low now, so I might take the autopilot now. And surprisingly, you have to press the autopilot once there. You usually have to press it twice to silence the alarms. I'm not following that flight director because that's saying I should be lower, taking it lower than what I actually should be. So we'll just follow the pappies and fly visual in.
300.
A bit off the left. So now it's saying we're way too low.
200.
There we are. Straighten it back up. Bit of rudder. Put it back on. There we are.
60, 50, 40, 30, 20.
Power out.
Retard. 5.
Let's see. Oh, we're on the ground. I didn't even feel that. Versus green. Decel. Okay, but it's slowing down. 60 knots, idle power, manual brakes. So I've taken control now to brake in.
30. 20. Retard. 5. 100. 60. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard. 5.
30, 20, there we go. Still having to use differential braking to get these 90-degree turns in. But there we go, we're off the runway. Put the spoilers in. Flaps up. Right, where should we go? For now they usually use Terminal 3 here at Heathrow, but I'll tell you what, we'll go and park on one of the remote stands because, as I say, it's delivery flat. I don't think it would use a gate. I think we'd probably go straight to the hangar, wouldn't it? So we'll just park on one of the 200 remote stands today. Somewhere different. Bit of power now. There we are. So welcome to Heathrow. Okay, everyone, we're back on Lima. Going to park on stand 257. Which should be there. Why have I not got any? This is 257, so why have I not got any? In a cargo ramp. 257 this is. And as usual, more problems with GSX. No. Unless this ain't compatible with GSX. No man, we'll just pull on it anyway. We've got the built-in stuff we can use if need be. Alright, let's see how it parks on the stand, shall we? Oh, GSX is there. Must not like the aircraft or something. There we go. Let's pull across a bit. Back a bit there. Too far. And stop. Whoa. Not as responsive as the other aircraft I've got, I think. Right, parking brakes are set. APU is on. 1 and 2 shut down. There we are. Okay. We'll get rid of that for now. Seatbelt sign go off. Beacon can go off. Lovely. Right. And it's automatically plugged in the ground power, so we can plug that in. Take out the bleed. Master off. Fuel pumps off. I think that's the lot there. Yep, that's that. Right, and as I said, welcome to Heathrow. And as you can probably tell, we're definitely not on real world weather because there's no way it's this sunny in Heathrow. It never is. Well, just left the taxi light on. That's going to bug me. So oh. There we go. Right, so welcome to Heathrow, everyone. Right, now, so first of all, let's have a look at the landing rate. We'll complete that flight. Let's bring over Volanta. Let's see how we did in that for landing. 249. Yeah, I'll have that. I'm happy with that. So, not too bad. Not too bad indeed. We'll go with that. Okay. Right. So, all that leaves to say is let's have a quick chat about the aircraft, shall we? Well, as I said at the beginning, it's not a high fidelity aircraft, it's an entry level aircraft. And it's basically that. If you're looking for something to challenge your grey matter, don't expect too much on this aircraft. The visuals of the exterior are great, don't get me wrong. They've done a fantastic job modelling the exterior. But as I said, there is that little fault with the wheels, and let's just have a quick look, and it does look like it carries over here as well. So it's not a scenery thing, it is obviously something with the aircraft. The interior cabin, like I say, not great, but we don't come to Flight Simulator for cabins, do we? Handling of the aircraft itself, it's very light. You don't need much input on it. Taxiing, on the other hand, I don't know, like I say, if I need to tweak my settings a bit more on it, but taxiing was really hard on it. I was having to use differential braking as well as nose wheel steering as well as differential thrust to get it to do a turn about 90 degrees. It's okay on the softer turns, but anything over about, say, 45 degrees, you need to manipulate the thrust, you need to use your differential brakes as well, so you need to have good hand-eye coordination to do that. There are a few things I noticed in descent with the aircraft, such as there is no descent profile spot, the little magenta spot we get, little green spot that we have in, say, the Phoenix, which shows us where we are on the descent profile. That's not present, and I think that's a bit of a important feature that you really do need, because it shows you where you are on your descent profile. It doesn't show you how many miles you've got until you're top of descent. Again, that's another thing. And also, in terms of descent, you cannot pop it into des mode till prior to the top of descent point. Now, if anyone watches my previous videos, you know I like to start my descents about 30 miles before that top of descent point. So the only way to do that in this aircraft, I'm assuming, is to pop it into open descent and descend on that. But the problem you've got there, because you've got no reference on your profile, it's hard to judge where you are. So you have to play by its rules and keep it in des mode and go down at top of descent. Whereas, say, if you put in the Phoenix and you put it into des mode, it'll start descending about 1,000 feet a minute until the glide catches, till the descent profile catches up, and it'll carry on following it down. Again, with the... Also, I noticed as well is that you could only use the captain's EFB. Not sorry, EFB, sorry. FMC. FMGC, should I say, because we're in the Airbus. You can only use the captain's FMGC. The information is duplicated onto the first officer's side, but you can't put information into it, which, considering as well you can use the third one behind on the pedestal, that really doesn't make much sense, to be honest. I don't know why they've done it that way. Right, so like I say, those are just some of the flaws with it. Again, like I say, the modelling though is beautiful. It's a beautiful looking aircraft, but again, that's all we've got going for it. So my final thoughts on it. Like I said, I paid $29.25 I think for it. Do I think it was worth the money? I'm sorry to say no. I think it's overpriced for what it actually is. Considering you can get the high fidelity aircraft for practically £20 more, or you can even get, like, say, the 767 for about the same. Sorry. You can get the 737-600 for about the same price. I think it is a bit overpriced. I'd put this aircraft around about the £15 to £20 mark, because you haven't got much in the way of systems, so it obviously hasn't need that much research and development in order for it to be what it is. I don't reckon you could do VATSIM on this aircraft. You couldn't do cross the pond, even if they have, say, those coordinates navigation that is missing. So if you wanted to do cross the pond in it, I don't think you could do it in this aircraft. It just hasn't got the functionality into it. So that being said, now I'm now going to go and try the Headwind A330NEO, because it's now piqued my curiosity as to what we can get from a freeware aircraft compared to this. Will I be using this aircraft again for video? Probably not. I might try it when they release the update. Will I be buying any more LATINVFR aircraft? Probably not. But like I say, I'm one who likes high fidelity aircraft, and I just don't think this cuts it. Right, so I'm sorry to say that, guys, but like I say, we did have a nice little enjoyable flight over in it. We've tried it. I might use it again, depending on how I'm actually feeling on the day. Okay, right, so I think that is as good a point as anywhere to leave the video. Please come back and join me, hopefully later on in the week, where hopefully in a few days' time we'll be getting the PMDG universal tablet into the 737, so we'll give that a try. Fingers crossed it comes out on the 30th. We'll also hopefully, again, fingers crossed, we are running out of time now, we were hoping to get the Block 2 of the Phoenix A320 V2 update, which includes IAE engines. So looking forward to that. I'm hoping we're going to get that this month still, but like I say, we are running out of time, and we were supposed to get the MD-11 this month, but again, we're on the 26th of October. Time is running out. Hopefully it's all going to come out soon, so we've got plenty to look forward to. Okay, so from Virgin 839 Papa on the ground here at London Heathrow, hope you enjoyed the video. If I do say that if you do like more flight sim content, please do consider liking and subscribing to the channel. It's always greatly appreciated. And again, a big shout out to you guys who have subscribed. Thank you very much. You guys are legends. And I will see you all hopefully in the next one. Take care and goodbye for now.